Hey YouTube, welcome back to the second video of how to stream on YouTube or Twitch. If you haven't seen the first video, please check it out. It's basically how to start or where to download Stream Elements, how to get started, and everything to do with Stream Elements. So the second video we're going to be doing is overlays. How do we get overlays onto our streams? How do we get notifications and such like those onto our stream? So we're going to head on to Stream Elements and we're going to kick it off from there. All right, so we're on back over here. So head over to your dashboard on Stream Elements. Once you're there, you'll see a left side of the Stream Elements. You have different tabs. So we're gonna go to streaming tools, and then we're gonna go to overlay gallery. Overlay gallery is Stream Elements free overlays, you can say. So usually they'll have some holiday themed stream overlays for free. Some are static, means it's just straight colored, there's nothing moving, and some are animated, which is either the background is moving or there's particles moving or such, just something that's within the overlay is moving to make it more flashy, more presentable for the viewer to look at. There's many different kinds of overlays on Stream Elements, so you do not have to go and buy some. If you choose to buy some, go ahead and buy some, and we'll learn how to import your own overlays if you have made some or bought some into Stream Elements or OBS later on into the video. But right now we're going to use one of the presets here to demonstrate how to do overlays. All right, so we're going to scroll through here and pick one that I might like or think that is perfect for us. We're gonna go with let's check some out. Let's check. I want a green theme, but I'm not too sure. This one is just gonna be a static one, so you only get your webcam right here. Some of your overlays for like your new, um, like if you're playing a song, you subscriber, donor, follower. I want something a little bit more. All right. I saw one that catched my eye. I just have to find it. Okay, Glean, Green Flare Super Theme. All right, so in the other one, you only got one overlay. Here, you got multiple overlays. So we got this one right here. Um, we have like an intermission one, which has some different kinds of, like you have your webcam here, your game, chat box. If you have any of social medias, you can put it there, and also like updated things for like new follower, new subscriber. We even have a start timer, which is pretty cool. A be right back scene, and the stream ending one. So we're gonna do this one. So basically, if you find one that's on Stream Elements and you want to pick one out, all you gotta do is create my own overlay. So once you're there, I have all these different, all the presets, like all those different scenes, already there, ready to go. So all you gotta do is grab the scene link, paste it in your Stream Elements Live, which is your OBS, and we'll show you how to do that. Once you're there, it'll go from overlay gallery to your overlays. So this is all your personal overlays. These are all my overlays I run right now, but we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on what you're going to be doing here, okay? So let's grab your overlay here. This is going to be your main overlay for the stream. So it's going to have, you can put your name up here. It'll have your recent follower, my recent subscriber, a cam overlink or overlay over here, and then down here is your bottom link. Yes, it's covered right here. You can move it here so you can see what um, you're going through, or to see the other overlays you can do. If you don't like a certain overlay, you can say um, all you want is your new follower, your new subscriber, and your cam overlay. You can disable these bottom ones, or the bottom overlay and your name, and you can reposition these to make it look a little bit nicer. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't like this format. I want to kind of do it my own way, the way I kind of like it. Um, so we're gonna disable this bottom one. So you can see over here on the left side, you have different layers. Different layers means different things. So your Twitch name is going to be this one down here. Oh, up here. This is going to be your Twitch name. I don't want that anymore. So I'm going to click that. And then once you click on here, it'll be your name bar. It'll be highlighted. I don't want that to be shown. You can click this bottom overlay right here. Scroll through your layers, and I'll say the bottom part, which is this bottom overlay. I don't want this either. So that will disable it. You can click on each one that you don't want to be shown, and you can disable it. So instead of like going through here and trying to figure out which one is which, just click on the icon and it'll locate it for you. So I don't want this. And I'm going to speed through this, and I'm going to disable all this bottom one, and then we're going to start moving these around. So you can see right now that I'm resizing the cam overlay to fit what I want. So this, if you see this white background, this is what you're going to be seeing, or this is going to be your gameplay. So if your cam is like this big, right, that's going to take up majority of your screen from what the viewer is going to be seeing. So you want to make it reasonably small, not too small but not too big, so your viewers can see you, your face cam, but also see the gameplay that you're being playing. What I also like is, I like this too. I want to get these down here. I like these, put these down here to make it more, you can say, more condensed. Stream Elements has a snap factor where it's going to snap it to a certain point. You can use your arrow keys on your keyboard to move things around. So you can move them up, down, left, or right. All right, so that's why I like it right there. If you see, this is your alert box to show that you won't see nothing until you alert it. So to see what it looks like, just in case someone does follow you or donate to you or subscribe to you, you can go to emulate and say follower. So that's exactly what it's going to look like when someone follows you. We can even do a subscriber, like blah blah blah, subscribe, and this is what it's going to look like. Okay. You can edit some of this stuff. So say you want this text to be a little bit different. Click on the text, find out where it's at, right? You can click on it. And then down below, underneath layers, you'll see settings, positioning, and text settings. These different tabs correlate with this one text, okay? So in settings, You can rename it, so it can be new follower, you know, blah blah blah. But you don't want that. You already have, you just want the name, okay? Text size or the text settings will change the text. So you can change the size of the text, um, the positioning, if you want text shadow on it, if you want to put a stroke on the outside of the text, um, and so many different things. You can even change the different fonts within here too. There's a ton of different fonts that you can choose from. I'm just going to use the default one. I kind of like it. We're going to center this one. All right. So if you see right here on the text, you see this little blue borderline. This is how big of a space you want your text to be. If that box is small and you say someone follows you or subscribes to you, has a big word, if your box is small, it's only going to show, it's going to cut off the majority of the person's name. So you want this box to be as big as possible within your overlay, just in case someone with a large display name comes in and subscribes to you or follows you. It's not a cut off their name. It's going to fit within that name or within that box. So try to enlarge it as much as possible within your overlay so it doesn't cut it off that person's name. So I like the way this looks. Okay, this is the way, if I personally took this overlay, this is what I would possibly stage it as. It's very clean. It has your name up here, and then it has your follower and subscriber right here. I kind of like this. All right. So how to import this onto your stream or your OBS. So when you do go live, it shows up on Twitch. So we're going to first save what we have done. And then we're going to copy the URL. Okay. The URL is already copied. Now we're going to bring in our overlay or our OBS. All right. So we got our OBS here. And then we're under new streamer, right? So from the last video, we have the cam, display capture, and game capture, which is our game. So we're going to add a new source. It's going to be a browser, okay? We're going to do overlay. Okay. What we're going to do is paste that URL. We're going to do Control V or Command V if you're on Mac. We're going to paste it here, and then we're going to change the width to 1920 by 1080. By default, Stream Elements makes their canvases 1080p. So we're going to have to change it from 1920 to 1080. And boom, it's there, okay? So what you can do, just make sure your overlay is always on top. So it's always like a sandwich. You always want to put something that's on top of something on the top layer of your sources. So you can take your cam, right? Reposition it to fix with, to fit within that box. If you don't like the way this looks, okay, let's make this a little bit bigger for you guys. All right, so if you don't like the way, like, there's some gaps or whatever, go back over to Stream Elements and just use your arrows. Remember, use your arrows to position the way you want. So I like it like there. Bring my text back up. Okay. Make sure to center it a little bit. I'm gonna bring this up too. Boom. I like the way that looks, okay? Remember, always save it, because once you save it, right, hop back over to your OBS, and boom, it's already fixed. I personally like this. If you guys wanted to copy this, go ahead and copy it. I personally like this overlay, this preset overlay, with these new, the way this is positioned and everything. So this is a way to get stream elements onto your OBS so you can stream with your face cam and show that, hey, here's a new follower, such and such name, and whatever. You can also, if you want, emulate a follower and then quickly go over to OBS to see what it looks like within OBS. Boom. That's what it's going to look like. I like that. So you can copy this if you guys want to. So in the next scene, we're going to import a custom overlay that if you are personally making, or if you bought it offline, how to import it onto OBS. All right, so we're back on Stream Elements, and we're going to import a personal, or if you bought some overlays from like Etsy or a different website, or even if you made something like on Photoshop or whatever, and you're ready to import it onto your stream and use your own designs, we're going to start doing this. All right, so make sure you go back to your overlays, right? And then we're going to create a new overlay. Your new overlay is always going to be 1080p, and you got a blank canvas. All right, so what we're first going to be doing is we're going to go down to this plus icon. We're going to static/custom, and we're going to add an image. Okay. Once we add an image, there's going to be nothing there, so we're going to have to import it somehow. So these are my preset ones we already have. So you can do upload, click on the boom. Here's all my presets that I personally made. So I have my logo right here. I have some other like my cam overlays and stuff like that. So you can do your cam overlay, right? And this is what it's going to look like. So I put it within my cam and then upload. Okay, so I have two of them, right? I'm going to use my other one. Okay, I just like the way it is. All right, so within Stream Elements, it states that this is a 1080p canvas. You can resize it within OBS. So you're not going to import this, and this is going to be your entire screen. You know what I'm saying? But I like to have something like this big enough, so when I do import it into OBS, I can resize it down to the size I want. But I keep it big enough so I can, fit my text the way I want. Okay. So to add a text onto your stream, onto your overlay, you're going to do the same thing but we're gonna do labels. So labeling, you can do subscribers, followers, um, who was the biggest bit, who was the last person to give you bits, or that their your highest bits, or if you have, so if you can see, your latest all time goals. If you have a bit goal, it'll show you that too. Um, who did your last raid? We have no more hosts. Um, your last tipper, or your recent your tipper, if you have a goal for your um, a jar or something like that, or there's so many different kinds of labels that you can put. So right now we're gonna be doing is subscriber. So we're gonna do either your latest subscriber, which is if you have multiple, like say, if you have gifted subscribers, it's going to be your last one that either subscribed for the first time, or the last person within the gifted subs. Whoever was the last person to be subscribed. You can do your only newest subscribers. So if you have multiple like resubs, it won't show. It's only your newest subscriber will be shown. So you can do your last resubber, such and such. We're gonna do the last subscriber. So that includes being a first subscriber or being a resub or anything like that. So it's gonna show up as this, your latest subscriber. So I kind of don't want it to say latest subscriber because I already have it within my overlay. It says new subscriber. So you can backspace or delete all that. So it's only going to show the name of the last subscriber. And remember, in the last part, always make this box big enough just in case that subscriber has a big name. So you can see that the name is all the way pushed left. So we got to center this name. So we can go to text settings, make sure it's highlighted, and center the text. Boom, it's all ready to go. I kind of want the font to be a little bit bigger, just so when I do downsize it, they can see it as much as possible. Make sure your line height is always 1. It kind of gives it so it's it's one space between, it's as far as possible to the top of this blue line, which you kind of want. So now we're going to get a new follower. So we're going to follow the latest, and we're going to do your latest follower. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to backspace latest follower because we don't want that. We just want the name. And apparently Baby Angel 624 was my last follower. So same thing. Make sure the box is big enough just in case we have someone who has a big name. Center it, and boom. I kind of like that. So we're going to change. We can go through here and change it to so many different kinds of styles. Even we can change the line height always to 1. And then we can always change the size of the text to fit within this box. Boom. You can also make it bigger here too. But make sure it's not too big, because just in case someone with a big name comes in, it's not going to cut off their name. So I kind of like that. we're gonna do new overlay test because this is a test for me. Make sure to save it, copy the URL. We're gonna go back over to OBS and we're gonna make a new browser and we're gonna do my overlay test. Same thing. Control V or Command V if you're on Mac. Make sure this is 1080 or 1920 by 1080. Okay. And boom. Remember, it's this big, but you don't want it this big, all right? So we're gonna have to resize it. So you can see there's a big gap right here. So we can take the width of this and the height of this canvas a lot smaller, but once we do that, it will not resize this. It'll keep it this size. So we're gonna resize the width of this, say we're gonna do 1600 by 800. See, now it got a little bit smaller. We got some more play that we can play with. Let's do 400. That's a little bit better. I'm gonna keep that right there just so I can play around with it. So we're gonna resize it. Let's get this out of here. I'm gonna resize it. I like this size right here. Make sure you click on your cam so it's highlighted. Put it in the top corner and pull it down. Boom. Now you just learned how to import your own overlays and then also use Stream Elements to update your new followers and your new subscribers so that it can get shown onto your stream. So there's your two different ways. Okay, so you can either use your personal one or you can use one from Stream Elements and how to import it. So YouTube, that's it. That's how to import your own overlays or import an overlay from Stream Elements library and then import it onto your OBS so your subscribers or your viewers can see some of your pizzazz, you know what you can say. So there's many different ways you can do this. You can either buy an overlay off the internet or from a designer, or you can make your own, or you can also check out Stream Elements gallery, their overlay gallery, and pick one from there. It's a little bit easier so you don't have to go through the hassle of paying money, but it's in a way to show your followers your face cam, not just your face cam, but also who's your recent follower or subscriber, or your top donation or something like that. So head over to Stream Elements, check out some of their gallery and their pre-made ones, and import some onto your stream and show your viewers something to look at. You know, it's not just your face. As always, please like, subscribe, and comment on here. And if you can, please head over to my Twitch, and it'd be a link in the description. Go over to my Twitch, follow it. It'd be great and much appreciated if you can do that. I stream every single weekend, plus 1 or 2 days within the work day, the work week. But I hope I can see you guys in the chats. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the description, or come over to the stream. I can also help you out there too. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next one, and make sure to subscribe. I got a good one for the next video. Peace.